Hi everybody. I'm talking about a new chip I have in my eBay store today. This is the ADC0803-LCN. It's a fantastic little analog to digital converter. So what that means, if you don't know, is it takes an analog signal and it converts it into a digital signal, so zeros and ones. It's 8-bit. It's not serial. I've got a 555 timer hooked up to it to do some clocking, so it'll make the transitions on its own as I change the input voltage. So you can set up your voltage reference up to, I think, 15 or 16 volts, maybe even a bit higher. And once you set up your reference voltage, then the voltage that, as long as it's constantly being clocked, it will change. So if I set up a sine wave to the input, it would go up, down, up, down. Well, it wouldn't do that, but it would count up to 255 in binary, then back to 0 when it hit the lowest point. So you can do a lot of neat stuff with this chip. If you just take a look at the datasheet, ADC0803-LCN, or even just ADC0803, you'll see all the different capabilities of the chip. So right now, I've got the reference voltage set for 5 volts. So 5 volts. If I put 5 volts at the analog terminal, what will happen is I will get all of my LEDs lighting up, which means that I'm getting a digital signal of 200, or digital representation, binary representation of 255. Whereas if I bring it down all the way down to 0 volts, I'll get a digital representation of 0 in binary. So let's plug it in, and we'll have a look. Now, keep in mind, this is just one configuration, and you can use it for tons of stuff. I've actually been interfacing them with my with PICs. They're great for microprocessors. You can do them with a ton of different. You can use them for tons of different things. They're used in just about everything. Anyway, yeah. They're great for temperature sensors too. If you've got a temperature sensor project on the go. Anyway, this is the ADC0803-LCN, -LCN rather. So I plug it in. I've got a potentiometer right here that's representing the analog reference voltage. So it's right now I've got 0 volts at the analog input. Keep in mind, if I can do this clumsily, I'm not left-handed. See how it's counting up in binary? It's very sensitive, so no matter what your reference voltage is, be it 5 volts, 10 volts, your step voltage is found by taking your reference voltage, say it's 10 volts, 10 divided by 255 steps. That is your step voltage. So per step, that's how sensitive it is. So as you can see, I'm counting up in binary. It's quite a tedious thing to do. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly, hopefully you can still see it a bit, just quickly bring it all the way up to our reference voltage, which is 5 volts. So we've now got a representation of 5 volts on here. Just as an example, the ADCs are a lot of fun to play with. They're a good value, great for electronics projects. This was just, I wanted to whip this together because I've got a bunch of them in stock. I'm selling them on my eBay store, so I wanted to do a demonstration video for all you YouTube electronics hobbyists. Again, you can find them and a whole lot of other great stuff on www.electroniclessons.com. There is a link there that will, right on the front page, that will direct you to my eBay store. I've got dollar lessons, dollar videos, great integrated circuits, lots of fun stuff, sensors, all sorts of neat stuff. So just have a look. This is if all these, if I see, I wouldn't be using LEDs right here. So now it's consuming quite a bit of power. But when it's in its standby mode, it's not consuming anything really. And as well, if you're just using the digital signals and not the LEDs are only being used as indicators. When it's active, it's still not taking up any power really. So it's a really neat chip. They don't make these anymore, but it's a 20-pin dip. And yeah, so if you have any questions, please email me. I'll answer anything you might want to ask. In this case, again, I've got a 555 timer clocking the the transition signal on my ADC0803-LCN. So I think I've said all I need to really say about it. If you need to know more, read the datasheet. Yeah, thanks again for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you take a look at www.electroniclessons.com. Alright, have a great day, guys.